Am I in the wrong? Still married but separated. I have been married to my husband for 3 years, but together for 10 years. Back in December, I told him this isn't working out. I'm not in love with him and that we should separate. We have a child together, so he wants to make it work, but I don't think I can. I feel so detached from him. All of the bad memories, abuse, just sit on my mind, and I can't love him like I used to. I went on a date with a guy with my husband knowing, and he said he was surprised I actually did it. He was crying and made me feel super guilty. But at the same time, I didn't feel bad because he treats me like I am nothing. He calls me all the names in the book and tells me no one will ever love me. But he said he's gonna change. Sue, I just put a smile on my face and said, okay, fast forward to now. He hasn't changed. He's still the same guy. I have to beg for attention, but he's too busy playing video games and said, what you want me to sacrifice my time to hang out with you guys, me and our child. At that point, I just said, okay, no, I'm not gonna force you to hang out with us. But don't go crying when I leave tonight, he said. Fine, go out. I don't care about you. Later that night, after putting our child to sleep, I gave him the monitor and let him know I was leaving. He started yelling at me and telling me I couldn't leave. I told him have the same mindset as earlier. Remember, you don't care about me. I ended up meeting up with the same guy I went on a date with. He was excited and ready to see me again. It wasn't even planned. I just text him randomly saying, if I were to leave my house right now, where should I go? So we meet up, and one thing led to another, and we had sex for the first time. It was amazing, something I've never felt before. He makes me feel so confident in myself. He loves my body. And that's hard for me because it's not what I'm used to. I'm used to being treated like shit. I don't want to be with my ex anymore, but he won't let me leave. He says he will be suicidal if I leave him. And obviously, I don't want that. I love him, but just not like that anymore. And obviously, for our child, I wouldn't want that. I don't know what to do. I should add that I'm a Psalm for 3 years now, but I've been searching to get a job so I can have money to leave. We also own a house together. The guy I've been dating for a few months met with his ex-girlfriend behind my back. As the title says, I-25F been dating Alex, 30M, for about 6 months things, and we're going great. I just found out he met with his ex-girlfriend behind my back a few days ago. Apparently, she recently suffered loss in her family and reached out for support. Alex met with her, and the conversation turned sexual. He told her she was better in bed compared to me and told her a bunch of sexually graphic things like he wanted to eat her out, etc. Also that he loves her and thinks they're endgame, but wants to see where a relationship with me might lead. Later that day, she messaged me to tell me everything, and I confronted him. Alex denied everything until she sent me the recordings and screenshots of their conversations. I'm feeling pretty low and insecure right now. This was a bad hit to my confidence, and suddenly I feel like I am inadequate at sex when I thought we had a great sex life. Not that it's relevant because Alex is the one who owed me loyalty, but she did not share this with me out of honest intentions. She was calling me ugly in their conversation and stated she didn't understand why he was dating me. She messaged me purely as a gotcha. I don't even know this lady. On the same day he met with her, he sent me a screenshot of his phone background, which was now a picture of us together. He said he wanted to see our picture every time he uses his phone. That same day, he also randomly assured me that he would respect any boundaries I set. Turns out he did all this after meeting with her, and this was likely just a reaction of guilt. I'm so disgusted by the fact he purposely misled and lied like this. He claims he doesn't want to be defined by one mistake that he didn't act on. It's so twisted and messed up. I'm just venting at this point because I'm too embarrassed to tell my friends. My cheating partner was letting his ex that cheated on him dictate our whole relationship. My partner was letting his ex that cheated on him dictate our whole relationship, and I didn't even know she was in his life. He spoke to her every single day, sent selfies of himself and pics of himself and I together, pics of my dog, every little detail, and most of the pics were ones I've never seen before. He hid all of this so well. Always check your partner's camera roll. When I was leaving his house, they would video call and sext. She's still here. I'm assuming she's arrived. Feed her, beef her up. Make sure you clean the bath and vacuum. Tell her to get some lamb. Be mean to her. She was asking him to feed me more, ordering him to ask me to go to the shops and get lamb so they could chat, asking him to clean the bath and vacuum after she had been to his house, asking him to be mean to me. He cheated physically in the first 4 months of our 2-year relationship. Even went to therapy with her during our relationship because she confessed that she was in love with him and she wanted to see if he could forgive her. She even put an agenda of what they were going to therapy for, which he told me he was there alone. He constantly sought validation and approval from the ex who cheated on him and decided to cheat on me with her when he knew the pain. He said he was going to take this secret to the grave and stop speaking with her as our relationship just started getting better. I realized very late in our relationship that he is a narcissist after he went to a therapy session. She was probably there. And the psychologist diagnosed him as a narcissist, and he never wanted to see the therapist again and got extremely psychotically mad, and I didn't think anything of it at the time. But after a year, I started looking into the traits of narcissists, and he was ticking all of the boxes, and I couldn't stop thinking about it. So I stupidly brought this to his attention. Warning! I don't recommend calling a man who is in denial a narcissist. This is a private conversation you should have with a therapist on your own journey of healing. They both took great pleasure in the secrecy. My partner said he selfishly didn't get back with his ex and chose me because he knew I wouldn't cheat. They say that the foundation of the very first argument you have with your partner will end the relationship at some point. And in my instance, this was true. He took her to an Airbnb, lied for 2 years that he was there with mates. He takes so many photos of everything, and when he doesn't take pics, he's concealing. He finally admitted after all of this surfaced that he was there with her.
Would this be considered cheating? I have been dating my girlfriend for 1.5 years. She had 3 exes in the past. The first ex was Sirius X, who she dated him for a year and broke up 2 years ago. She was constantly cheated on, and the rest too was not as serious. Her past relationships were LDR, countries apart. Early in our relationship, she was impulsive. We broke up, and she did that by blocking me after arguments. She would verbally tell me we are done. She then texted her exes as she does not have any friends she can talk to. They were all blocked after when we were in contact. This happened twice. Stopped a year ago. I also contacted my ex this time during no contact. However, the difference is that I stopped after seeing how detrimental this is. One of the exes she contacted during this time, she flirted with him. She told me she realizes how impactful the behavior is and decided to work on the serious relationship together. Fast forward, we were doing good for about a year. 5 months ago, after I broke up with her, No cheating issue, just had trust issues. She texted her first ex after. She never talked to him before. It was different exes prior. When she did, he was flirting with her, and so was she. She was claiming him as her man to her friends and sending TikTok wedding videos like, "This is us," after blocking each other 5,939 times. I've had some speculation that she was not completely over that ex in the beginning of the relationship, a year ago, despite having two more boyfriends after that relationship. When we were dating about 3 months in, she had an widget on her phone, which she admitted seeing every day, with that first ex's in tile along with heart. She deleted when I brought up. It was pretty clear that her ex wanted her by the text between them, and she was the one who mostly cut him off. We were in no contact for about a week. As soon as I texted her, she blocked him. This was 6 months ago. If I was a placeholder, wouldn't she have not blocked him for me? We both agreed that she has a lot of issues and traumas, so she started therapy 2 months ago. Asked her why she texts her exes. She told me how she wasn't used to the type of relationship healthy, as in not being cheated on and being emotionally abused in a relationship. Her and I had, so she went back to what she felt normal to her because being with me was such a big change to what she knew. 2 months ago, 4 months after she reached out to her ex, she told me she still sees me as her soulmate and would do anything to make this relationship work. TLDR, GF texts an ex right after breakup and even flirts with them because she is lonely and doesn't want to grieve the relationship. Everyone is blocked as soon as we start talking again. Her behavior of blocking me and breaking up and texting an ex stopped over a year ago, but the only time she texted her another ex was 6 months ago when I broke up with her. She has a therapist now. Would this be considered emotional cheating, or is this just her seeking attention?